All right, Facebook Live, VIP Circle. How are you? This is Ron. Happy Friday evening. Coming to you live from the living room. Gonna talk about our agree or disagree from this week. So awesome, so much conversation. I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do every week. One of my favorite social media posts really gets the conversation going about nutrition and fitness and principles and really kind of cuts through some of the training myths, if you will, or fitness myths that are out there and gives me an opportunity to coach and teach. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I really do appreciate everybody's participation in the discussions. Really great to have those discussions. So this week, our agree or disagree, and I've got some notes here. So if you binge on cake, have you ever binged on cake before? Well, if you binge on cake, you need to do a longer workout the next day. All right. That is our agree or disagree. If you binge on cake, you need to do a longer workout the next day. Okay, so we'll talk about that. And we got two people on. Jessica, all the way from South Korea in the house, and by way of Texas. And Marcia, having great success during COVID with your weight loss. So happy for you, Marcia, continuing on. And really makes my heart happy to see you being successful. So awesome. Again, agree or disagree, if you binge on cake, you need to do a longer workout the next day. So why would someone feel the need to do a longer workout the next day? Let's talk about the why about when it comes to that. So you took in more calories than you normally would. So the idea is you're going to burn those calories off. Okay, so that is the thought process. And I think a lot of people have that thought process as well. Like if I eat too much, the next day I got to get back and I got to work out longer and harder. So I think that's where, and it's a natural thought to have. But here's a couple of problems with that line of thinking. Number one, first off, why are you binging on cake? That's my first question. And I'm not saying that you can't have cake, all right? So don't get me wrong. Food is neither inherently good or bad, but so you should be able to have cake. If you can't have cake, then you're on the wrong diet, all right? But why are you binging on cake? I did a lot of posts and videos yesterday about controlling sugar cravings and essentially how to control binging. So if you missed that, you can go back to my personal page and check out the posts there. Also on Instagram, you can check those out. So that's problem number one. Why are you binging? Number two, the other problem with thinking that if you eat or you binge on cake that you need to do a longer workout, what you are doing is you are using exercise as a sort of punishment for overindulging or having too much cake. And that leads to a negative connotation when it comes to exercise and fitness. We want to celebrate our bodies and our abilities to move when it comes to fitness and exercise and being active. And so we don't really want to create a negative connotation when it comes to fitness. So you don't want to get into that mindset of being like, well, I was being bad, so now I have to do this. Because eventually, if you keep thinking of exercise that way, you're not going to want to do it. And it happens and becomes a burden, and exercise becomes something that you avoid. And so we always want to keep a positive connotation to exercise. And so that's the other problem, as I see it, when it comes to using exercise as a way to counteract overindulging or binging, okay? And so as we look at the other problems with that scenario, one of the things that is problematic when it comes to thinking you have to over-exercise to counteract, binging or overindulging, you're focusing on the daily calories and the daily caloric deficit when you could be utilizing the strategy of focusing on a weekly caloric deficit. Okay, so maybe this is a new concept to you. Most people think of daily caloric deficits and managing that, which is fine. But the problem with that is it doesn't allow for fluctuation in your caloric intake. Let's say you binge on cake. Now you're stuck, but not really. So if you look at it this way, let's just say someone has a daily caloric intake of 2,000 calories, okay? So that means for weight loss. So if that means on a weekly basis, they have 14,000 calories to spend. And let's just say they binged on cake and they had 2,300 calories, including the cake that day. So now they're over by 300 calories. So follow with me on the math. The following day, you can self-correct by limiting your calories to 1,700 calories to offset that 300 calories of cake. Okay, so stay with me on that, right? 2,000 calories over by 300 because of the cake. The following day, you can self-correct and limit your calories to 1,700, and then you're back on track. Okay, so this might be a new concept to you, but utilize that. It's kind of like worrying about the daily fluctuations of the stock market. Play the long game. Play the long game. Play the long game. If you know your daily caloric intake for weight loss, multiply that by 7, and that's your calories to spend for the week. And as long as you stay under that total for the week, you're going to lose weight. Okay? You're going to lose weight. So this is actually a strategy that I implement with my clients, and we have tools in our online portal to help them track their daily caloric and weekly caloric deficit, okay? So, and I think Edith mentioned that in her comments in the post. So if that is a new concept to you, switch from focusing on daily caloric deficit to weekly caloric deficit, and see how much more flexibility that allows for you on a day-to-day basis, okay? So for our question, if you said disagree, you do not have to do longer workouts after binging on cake, you would be correct. The answer is disagree, because we have other strategies that allow us to offset the binging, the extra calories, so you don't have to do a longer workout. You can, if that's what you'd like to do, and some people do, and that's fine, but you don't have to do that, okay? So I want to thank Edith and Laura and Kathy and Jessica and Mark and Suzanne for commenting on the post. And as we look at this, we've got Tara and Chrissy. Chrissy's so excited for you. And we got Whitney and James and Linda. And who we got? We got the chef on, and Marcia and Jessica all checking in on the video. So there you go. I hope you guys are enjoying this agree or disagree. We'll do another one, another exciting question next week. And I really love doing these videos for you guys. It gives us a chance to really kind of cut through the mythology of fitness and nutrition and really kind of teach some sound principles for you to be successful in your weight loss. If you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I will definitely answer them and provide you my expertise and knowledge on health and fitness. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday evening and your weekend as well. And we will see you next time. You guys take care. All right, bye.